Hudson brings home a net income of $1,400 a month, yet Hudson is so full of himself that he's lost touch with reality. In fact, he thinks of himself as a high-income earner. Don't you dare talk back to me. You should be grateful you married a high-income earner like me. If you have a problem, I'm happy to divorce you anytime. With those words, Hudson belittles me. I'm so done with this life. If he wants a divorce, it's fine by me. Besides, I have nothing to lose. Even if we divorce, you see, I have my own savings. My name is Beth. I met my husband Hudson in college. Being the youngest of 3 brothers, Hudson was a master at getting pampered. He was adored not just by his older brothers, but also by classmates, earning affection from even the younger students. I, on the other hand, was the responsible eldest daughter and often found myself taking care of Hudson. Eventually, we started dating. Our relationship continued until we entered our 4th year. Hudson, who had always had the support of those around him, had his first setback when looking for a job. He aimed solely for major companies and got rejected by all. Among our classmates, Hudson was the only one without a job offer. However, his popularity came to the rescue. An older club friend referred him to a job, and he was able to join that company. It's not a big company, but that means I can be a major asset even as a new graduate, Hudson said contentedly. Once he joined the company, he quickly rose through the ranks due to his social skills. By the 3rd year, he was considered for a management position and proposed to me. Beth, will you support me for life? I'll be an executive in 2 or 3 years, then I'll earn more and take care of you. Quit your job and become a housewife. Hudson's take-home pay was merely $1,400, hardly a lot. Honestly, I was starting to enjoy my job, so I had reservations, but having grown up with a housewife mom, I thought that's what I should do when married. In the end, I quit my job as he suggested. I decided to support Hudson so he could focus on his career. At first, he seemed grateful, but as years passed, he became a different person. You're being supported by the man of the house. It's only natural for a housewife to do all the chores. You have it easy just doing housework all day. He started to belittle me. Then, one day, he asked, Beth, where is my suit from the dry cleaner? Huh, I just dropped it off yesterday. It's not back yet, I replied. He exploded at my reply. What? I told you I have an important meeting today. Yes, but you never mentioned which suit you plan to wear. Can't you do anything without being told? Can't you think for yourself? If you don't tell me, how am I supposed to know what you're going to wear? We're married, you should know this stuff. This is why people who don't work are useless. Don't talk like that. Well, it's true, isn't it? While I'm out there working hard, you're just lazing around at home. I support you so you can work easily, Hudson. You wanted that, remember? Support? I don't feel supported at all. Just then, Hudson seemed to have an idea. If you really want to support me, why don't you cook something for my coworkers? We're planning a celebration for my promotion. Instead of dining out, we'll host it here. Fine, I get it. After that, I busily prepared for the day, deciding on the menu and buying additional tableware. On the day of the promotion celebration, Hudson brought a crowd of his coworkers home. The first to greet them was Lucas, Hudson's former mentor from the club that introduced him to the company. Beth, it's been a while. Thanks for hosting us today. Lucas cheered at the sight of the spread on the table. Wow, you're such a great cook. Well, I try. The reason Hudson's doing so well at work is all thanks to your support, Beth. Lucas enthusiastically complimented both me and Hudson. Bringing Hudson into our company was a great move. Now he's even higher up than I am. Hudson was visibly pleased throughout. Thanks. But it's all thanks to Lucas's support. Colleagues also kept praising Hudson, his cheeks glowing the entire time. From that day on, Hudson started inviting his coworkers over nearly every week. As this continued, Hudson's attitude towards me gradually inflated amid the surrounding praise. He became more and more boastful. So, I told Beth that I'm the one supporting her. You're the man, Hudson. Pleased with the surrounding cheers, Hudson puffed out his chest. It sounds good to say I support my wife, but in reality, I'm just letting an unemployed woman live in my house. I get annoyed when she's ungrateful and just lounges around at home, yet I still keep her, so I think I'm a great husband. You're awesome, Hudson. What a generous guy. Well, the reason I can support my family is thanks to Lucas inviting me to the company. It's not because of my wife, but because of everyone here. Enjoy the food and drinks as a token of my appreciation. Yeah, let's eat and drink all we want. Let's celebrate Hudson's success. Cheers. I had a lot to say, but I swallowed my words in front of his coworkers. Just when it seemed like it was about to end, Hudson suddenly said, "Wow, this is so much better than a weekend alone with Beth. What do you say we make this a weekly thing? We'll have Beth cook whatever you request." His colleagues were thrilled at Hudson's words. "I'd like a barbecue." "Do you have a grill?" "No, but I'll buy one." "I really like Angus beef, Hudson. Can you prepare that?" "Sure, anything for Lucas." People just keep requesting their favorite expensive items, and of course, the money has to come from our household since I can't charge them. I hastily stopped Hudson. "Wait a minute. We can't just decide this without discussing it. I'd like to relax on the weekend sometimes too." "What? You have all the weekdays to relax. How about working for the man of the house on your days off? And what about the money?" Hudson cut me off. "Hey, enough. You're opposing the man of the house. Think before you speak. Everyone is looking forward to this." Hudson then turned to everyone and apologized. "I apologize for my foolish wife. Not working seems to have affected her social skills. I'll set her straight later." Pressured by Hudson, I couldn't argue any further. But it didn't end there. I overheard some coworkers whispering, "Hudson is such an easy target. Flatter him a bit and he'll do anything." Yeah, and that makes our lives easier, right? I have to get home and work on my side job. The salary here isn't enough to live on. Lucas is pretty smart too, dumping all the work on Hudson and doing side jobs. Even if we work hard, we don't get overtime because we're on a salary. So that's how it was. Hudson was being used by his company, and he didn't even realize it. Later, Hudson yelled at me. "What was that attitude earlier? You embarrassed me." "Listen, Hudson," I pleaded with Hudson. "If we keep entertaining like this every week, we'll wreck our finances. No amount of savings will be enough. We can cut corners elsewhere. I'm a high-income earner, and you already enjoyed the good life. You could at least try to save." "I am trying, but there's a limit. If we keep splurging every week, Hudson, Lucas, and others are just using you." "What are you saying?" "They rely on me. A man should be able to provide." "But I heard them talking." "Shut up. My coworkers and Lucas are far more important to me than you. They respect and rely on me. You're the one holding me back." I was stunned. I had no idea Hudson felt this way. "Look, Hudson, let's sit down and calmly discuss our future." My last plea was rejected. Our future? The man of the house decides that. I won't allow a housewife like you to talk back. I'm not talking back. I just think we should make decisions together. That is talking back. You can't even earn enough money. Just obey me. If you don't like how I do things, we can just get divorced." "Divorce?" "Yeah, well, it's like this. You can't make it on your own without me supporting a useless person like you. It's nothing but a downside for me, but I've accepted it as the man of the house." "Okay, I get it. Staying with him any longer is impossible. I decided to call it quits with Hudson, who had changed so much. The next morning, I packed my things and left the house before Hudson woke up. He can be taken advantage of by his colleagues all he wants. Even that night, there was no contact from Hudson. He must think I'll come crawling back soon. A week later, a message finally came from Hudson, but it was far from remorseful. "When will you stop sulking like a child? If you don't apologize soon, I'm done." I read the message. I would never crawl back to Hudson. A month passed without a word. Then, Hudson called. "Hey, my account's empty and the credit card company called saying they can't make a withdrawal. You took my money, didn't you?" "I haven't touched our money." "Then why is there no money? You can't survive a month without money. You're jobless." "I have my own account." "Your own account? You're a housewife. You can't have money." "You're wrong. While you thought I was jobless, I've been working from home, a side job. That money will run out." "Don't worry about it. Why are you so confident?" "Because I have $1 million in my account." I mumbled this in my heart. In fact, after becoming a housewife, I started investing out of curiosity and gradually started to increase my income as a trader. You have more flexibility in your time, and you can do this even while doing housework. Turns out I have a knack for investing. Profits soared, and now it's over $1 million. I've been secretly investing. What are you saying? My income is probably 60 times yours. You got lucky. You earn more than me. Your take-home pay of $1,400 doesn't make you a high-income earner. Don't be ridiculous. I'm the biggest success there is. Maybe at your company, but your income won't change much even if you become an executive. That's true. But Lucas is still an ordinary employee raising kids. How would they make it on a low salary? Don't you know Lucas makes and meets with side income? They push the tough jobs onto you so they can leave early. It saves the company money if you work overtime without extra pay. So I was being used. You thought you had it easy, huh, Hudson? Just butter you up a little and you dance like a puppet. When you stepped out, people at the office talked all sorts of nonsense behind your back, and you had no clue I was listening. Why didn't you tell me? I tried, but you said that the people at work were more important than me. That's when Hudson went quiet for the first time. Eventually, he started making excuses, but come on, my salary was enough for both of us. It wasn't bad money, was it? You thought we could live on just $2,400. The only bills we paid from your salary were the rent and utilities. I covered everything else. I did give you money for groceries, a measly $100, as if that would cover the cost of food for two and all those restaurant dinners and shopping sprees. I've been covering those bills too, you know. Then Hudson spoke in a barely audible voice. I left all the money management to you. Yeah, and house chores too. All you ever did was work. You probably never even looked at the credit card bills, did you? Maybe you should go back to elementary school and relearn basic math. Look, can you please just cover this month's credit card bill? Why should I? You're the one who made the charges. We're married, aren't we? Married? You once said you'd divorce me if I talked back. I thought you'd already decided to leave me since I've been so rebellious. That's not true. I vowed to support you for a lifetime when we got married. Some vow. You couldn't even make me happy, let alone support me. Weren't you happy? You promised to support me. I've been supporting you all along, but instead of gratitude, you insulted me. You said your colleagues at Lucas were more important. Talking back to the man of the house, are you? By your logic, whoever earns more is the man of the house, right? Well then, I guess I'm on top. Hudson went silent again. We're going to be strangers soon, so who's on top won't matter anymore. Wait, can't we really start over? No, we can't. No. You'd be unhappy with a woman who earns more than you. Just find someone with less income so you can feel superior. Your salary won't suffice for a living. But hey. And so I divorced Hudson decisively, realizing he couldn't make ends meet on his current salary. It seems he's taken up a part-time job after his regular work hours. However, he's so swamped he can't even keep up with household chores. His appearance has become unkempt. He's lost all his free time, and his once friendly demeanor has completely faded away. The colleagues he used to admire so much at the company now seem to be avoiding him like the plague. As for me, ever since breaking up with him, I've been able to save money, and my bank account is steadily growing. I've also met a man at an investment seminar, and things are looking promising between us. My personal life is finally starting to flourish. Unlike him, this new man respects me regardless of how much I earn. I feel like I could build a fulfilling life with this person. Now I'm filled with such